Could that be Ireland? I'd say that's Ireland too. The painting concealed file after file of celebrity reports with all sorts of shady information, ranging from S to Z. Almost all of them were athletes. Is that what OLeary meant when he said that detectives and police officers were his friends? I wonder how many spy for him. If I were to pitch in, who would I spy on? According to Stone's report, he was so clean, not to mention hard to corrupt, that OLeary opted for a more subtle strategy. Apparently, when he broke up with the tennis player Helen Moore, he set her up with Stone. Lucky for him, they hit it off. As I put away the report, I stopped in my tracks. Did I really want to risk knowing what OLeary had on my good friend, the incorruptible police commissioner? To be honest, if Smirnov had anything to hide, I'd rather not know about it. In Bobby Dale's folder, all I found was a log of his incredible stats as an aspiring champion. 20 victories, 16 by knockout. Although, at the end of the report, someone had underlined one word several times: untouchable. Thorpe had been a rising football star before the war, which he came back from with honors and decorations. After the truce, he resumed his career. He won 3 season trophies and a couple of MVP awards. He retired after an accident that left him paralyzed from the waist down. He started his own sports advertising agency 4 years ago, but according to the files, OLeary hadn't even tried to corrupt him. Limited edition copy 2 of 3. We listen, if you call it listening, to the sentimental romance. Your eyes act like the moon. If they're not together anymore, why does OLeary keep so many pictures of romantic moments with Helen Moore? Luckily or not, files in through R included no one that I could somehow connect to the case. Ireland, of course. This guy's obsessed. Dunn's integrity was legendary, even in OLeary's shady reports, just like Yale had said. Dunn had kicked one of OLeary's men out of the gym when he found him snooping around. The report on Yale's father was the shortest of all, since only his name was left. Why? Cassidy's report was possibly the longest among all of OLeary's files. Apparently, their rivalry went way back, so much so that they spied on each other in the most unthinkable ways. At least I was able to confirm what Yale had told me. Cassidy had threatened Dunn after he refused to join the managers' union. I hope I never become the object of OLeary's obsession. A Crossler? The good news is, I don't need lockpicks to open it. The bad news, I didn't bring explosives. Dunn had $200 in his safe. OLeary had about $20,000 in a drawer. Even Dunn had a gun in his office. OLeary couldn't possibly be the exception. Strange as it may seem, the reports revealed that OLeary had hired Jake as a bodyguard precisely because he was absolutely clean. Apparently, he liked to surround himself with honest people when he mingled with the high society. Helen Moore's file was, by far, one of the juiciest. She had been just a run-of-the-mill tennis player until OLeary launched her career by rigging enough games to help her climb the ranking. However, OLeary hadn't fixed any of her games in over a year. In spite of that, she remained undefeated. Be as it may, it was clear that OLeary had enough information to ruin her career. Jake. Someone was coming.
Are we or are we not? Simply a question. Here it is, middle of the night.